Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining today's webinar. I'm Vibhanshu Pandey from O2B Technologies. We are an official Odoo partner specialized in helping businesses implement Odoo based on their business requirements. Today, we are going to discuss how manufacturing businesses can improve planning, production, material control, quality, costing, reporting, and delivery using Odoo. But before we directly talk about Odoo, let's first understand the real business question. If manufacturing is already running, why does a business need some manufacturing management tool? Many manufacturers are already producing goods without any software system. Work is happening every day. But the real question is not only whether production is happening. The real question is the business truly in control of production, material, cost, delivery, and margin? Because a busy shop floor does not always mean a controlled business. Today, we'll see how a manufacturer can move from manual tracking to connected execution, and how Odoo can help create better visibility, better output, and better management control. Now, let's understand the main business problem. Let's go with imagining two manufacturers. Both have the same products, both have similar machines, both have around 20 peoples, both are receiving customer orders, both are producing every day. But one manufacturer is growing faster, delivering better, and controlling cost more efficiently. Why? The difference is process visibility and operational control. On the left one, let's say, we have a manufacturer A with manual tracking. This manufacturer works with a paper, Excel, some verbal updates, some phone calls update, and manual coordinations. Production is happening, but the information is not connected. Material shortage are discovered late or incorrectly. So the team is working hard, but the process depends on the people chasing information. Now on the right side, we have the manufacturer B with the connected execution. Demanded materials and productions are connected. Stock availability is visible before production starts. Work orders and shop floor status are tracked in real time. Quality check happen during the process. Maintenance is planned before the breakdowns. So we can say manufacturer B does not necessarily have more people, but has better control. It comes from reducing process leakage and improving control. Like, before we move ahead, let me quickly understand your current manufacturing challenges. Can we have the poll, please? Like, what is your current biggest manufacturing control challenge? In the top right, you can click on it and simply select your option. See, these are the exactly areas where manufacturing businesses lose efficiency. Most of these problems can be reduced when demands, materials, production quality, maintenance, costing, and reporting are connected in one system. Now, let's understand how manufacturing should ideally move from your sales demand to your production and the final reporting. The BOM, or we say bills of material, the system needs to understand what component, raw materials, quantities, and the comes material check. Before production starts, the business must know whether the required material is available or not. If material is not available, you can help trigger procurement or replenishment based on the material shortage. Once manufacturing orders define what needs to be produced, what quality is needed, which component will be consumed, and which operation will be performed, then the work moves to the shop floor. Operators execute productions, consume materials, follow instruction, and update the progress. After that comes the quality check. The quality should not be checked only at the end. It should be part of the process. Once the production is completed, the goods move to finished goods inventory. Then comes the delivery to customer. Finally, the process ends with the costing and reporting. The business should know what was produced, what it cost, where it delayed, and where margin was lost, and how the process performed. So, manufacturing is not one activity, it is a connected flow from sales to production, delivery, costing, and reporting. If any step is disconnected, the business starts losing control. Now let's understand the one connected system from demand to delivery in a controlled manufacturing process. Customer demand should update production planning. Production planning should check material availability. Material availability should trigger the purchase or replenishment if required, right? Manufacturing orders should guide the shop floor execution. The shop floor execution should connect it with the quality control, and the finished goods should update inventory and delivery. Costing and reporting should help you understand the performance and the margin. This is where our Odoo helps you create. Like instead of departments working separately, Odoo connected the full manufacturing cycles like sales, inventory, purchase, manufacturing, quality, maintenance, accounting, and reporting. These all can work with the same source of truth onto Odoo. The business benefit is that decision becomes faster and more reliable. See, manufacturing control, this is like the planning and manufacturing control. This is where Odoo helps manufacturer produce the right product at the right time. But the capability of the bills of material. Without a proper BOM, material planning and costing cannot be accurate. Then comes the second capability, which is manufacturing order. Manufacturing orders can help the team create, schedule, track, and complete the production in a controlled workflow. Then comes the work center and routing. This defines where production happens and what steps are required. For example, cutting, assembly, testing, packing, or inspection. The fourth capability is demand driven production. Production can be triggered based on the sales demand, the forecast, stock rules, or replenishment needs. This helps avoid both overproduction and stock outs. Then comes the capacity visibility. Odoo helps you identify whether a work center is overloaded and whether a production schedule is at risk. Then comes the subcontracting. It is a part of production that is handled by an external vendor. Odoo can manage components sent out to finished good received back. So the business benefit is production becomes planned, visible, and controlled instead of reactive and some manual work. Now let's go with the poll. Like, how do you currently plan your productions? Do you go with some manual planning onto Excel based on your sales order, based on some minimum stock rules, or based on your supervisor experience, or do you have any ERP software, or you just like we do not have a fixed planning process? You will get this poll onto the top right. Just click on it. You will have the options. See, this is an important area because production planning directly affects the material readiness, machine utilization, delivery timelines, and the customer satisfaction. I hope you all have answered it. Okay, now let's move to the next slide, like shop floor quality and maintenance planning. It is important, but the manufacturing success is decided on the shop floor. The first is the work instruction. Like as the operator needs clear instruction about what to produce, what quantity is required, and which step needs to be followed. Then comes the production tracking. Like Odoo helps you track whether an operation is started, paused, completed, or delayed. This gives you a real-time visibility of your shop floor progress. Then comes the quality checks. It can be added at a material receipt during production stages or after the finished goods completion. This helps identify defects earlier in the process. Then comes the corrective action. If there is a quality failure, Odoo helps you record scrap, rework, root cause, and resolutions. This helps the business avoid repeating the same quality issues again and again. Then comes the preventive maintenance. Instead of waiting for machine to fail, maintenance can be scheduled before breakdown disrupt the production. Also, the sixth point is downtime tracking. See, Odoo helps you track equipment's history, failures, reasons, maintenance request, and operational impact. The quality should be controlled during the production, not discovered after the delivery. And maintenance should prevent disruption, not only react to failure. So, can we have a third role? Like, how do you currently track shop floor progress? Like, supervisor updates you on the paper or Excel sheet, like machine operators report on ERP or some live dashboard. You will get these options and the poll on the top right. Click on it and you will get the question and the options. Okay. Okay, now let's move to the next slide. So you should know what you produced, what it cost, and where margin was lost. As a company, you produce and deliver, but still lose margin because the true cost is not visible. Odoo helps you with the product cost visibility. It helps you track the component, the cost, labor cost, work center cost, and overhead. Odoo helps with the inventory valuations, some raw materials, work in progress, and the finished goods. It can be connected with the accounting value. Odoo helps you measure scrap and rework impact as well. If quality failures or create scrap or the rework, the business should know the financial impact. Odoo supports end-to-end traceability. A finished products can be traced back to the raw material, supplier, manufacturing order, and the quality check. Also, Odoo gives you a dashboard so you can monitor the production, the output, the delays, the cost variance, the stock risk, work center performance, and the quality issues. Let's say the system for you should answer the questions like what currently in production, which order is at risk or delay, which material shortage is blocking your output, which work center is overloaded, which product repeatedly have the quality issue, what is the actual cost and the margin by the product. Manufacturing data becomes valuable when it helps you act before the problem affect your customers or your profit. So now let's move to Q&A session where you will get to question. Like if you have something, you can drop in the comment. Okay, please drop your questions in the chat so that we can address one by one all the output and planning into the Odoo from starting like from your sales to your overall alignment of the delivery. It all environment where you get sales reporting. Let me give you the answer again so that you have as well as I'll give you in detail like see yes the process manufacturing it can be handled in the Odoo. Odoo natively leans towards some discrete manufacturing, like if you have your bills of material you can define a continuous formulation, the batch sizes, the multi-level ingredient steps using some units of measurement, some conversions, right? Apart from that you can capture your secondary output like scrap, your waste generated during your batch production that runs directly on the BOM, followed by the lot and the batch traceability, like you have your full chain tracking wait for your expiry dates, best before dates, and the compliance. These all can be managed. Check basically trigger it will trigger your mandatory quality checks, the pH level, some temperature, some visual checks at specific routing stages before you move to the next vessel. Okay, so yes, it can be managed, and Odoo is a single source of truth where not only your manufacturing, your can be managed. Okay, all right. So thank you everyone. You can claim your free audit like you for joining today's webinar. Like before we are closing, I want to repeat the main message as well. Like a busy shop floor does not always mean a controlled business. If your manufacturing team is still depending on some Excel sheets, some paper notes, some verbal updates or manual follow-ups, then the business may be working hard, but you are still losing the efficiency. Odoo helps you connect your demand, material, production, quality, costing, maintenance, and finance in one operating system. So as we are offering a free Odoo audit worth $500, this audit will help you identify the gaps in your production planning, bills of material, your material availability, some purchases or replacement or shop floor tracking, some quality control, maintenance, costing, margin, visibility, some reporting and automation opportunities. You can connect with us using the contact details below. Also, our team can visit your site to get a perfect solution as per your requirement. Thank you again for joining today's webinar. Okay, our sales executive will connect you over your email or the WhatsApp so that you can claim your free audit worth 500. And currently, whatever the problems you have or the issues in your manufacturing, so that it can be configured based on the control process. Anyone, if anything have, you can drop in the chat right now.